don't see a downshot to any of that.
No.
No.
Great. Bad guys. You love to hate them. But even though they're up to no good, oftentimes they have very justifiable motivations. Who are the Marvel villains who were actually right all along? Watch the video to find out who we picked. The Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Marvel Universe at large is filled with heroes and people doing the right thing, but it's also filled with bad guys and villains doing the bad things. But a hero is only as good as his villain, and to that end, in order to make a villain work, you need to sometimes have a sympathetic backstory, a sympathetic motivation, something that is relatable that makes you look at this villain and say, I know why you're doing it, and even though I don't like that you're doing this thing, I get it. So today we're going to talk about Marvel villains who were actually right all along. And I'm here with Tom and Nina, and I want to hear what they have to say about bad guys they think were right all along. I'll give us a little head start here. My pick is the Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming, who rightfully beefed with...
Team up with Morbius.
Iron Man.
Well, famously teams up with Morbius.
We'll get to... Well, they want to do a lot of good. He thinks they could do a lot of good. It's got something to do with Spider-Man.
Or it doesn't, according to recent developments.
Or it doesn't. We don't know. But he starts out the movie, he's working construction, he's got a contract, and he gets snaked out of this deal to clean up in the aftermath of the Battle of New York. And so he goes into business for himself as an entrepreneur to look out for his family, to put food on the table, and create some innovative new designs that he wouldn't have been able, that he did in order to keep his business going, keep people employed. It just so happened that instead of doing the right thing and applying them to nice science applications, he went and stole a bunch of stuff and supplied criminals with weapons. I mean, that's bad. That part is bad. But his motivation to look out for his crew, to look out for his family, and that Tony Stark is maybe not an awesome dude, can't argue with that. What do you guys think of that? Am I crazy? Am I just
that's a good one.
Pulling anything out of my butt to make this work? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, no, his heart was in the right place. I don't know.
He shouldn't have supplied all those criminals with laser guns and stuff. That's
an issue, right?
It's an issue.
Yeah.
I feel like there were probably some great applications for the stuff that he was making besides robbing ATMs. But, who am I to throw stones?
He was able to create a working jetpack.
Yeah.
Imagine if he'd sold that to the military. He'd be fine. But anyway. Although I guess the fact that he illegally stole all that alien tech probably wouldn't have helped.
Yeah, I don't think that would have worked in his favor. Yeah.
The fact that the military already has 6 different kinds of jetpack at this point also probably hamstrings the market a little bit.
They're good on jetpacks. But anyway, Vulture. I think he's a guy who at least he's got a very defensible motivation if his execution is not too laudable. Nina, what's your pick for Marvel villains who are actually right all along?
Great use of laudable.
Yeah. That's a $5 word.
Thank you.
So I was going to pick Carly from Falcon and the Winter Soldier because her whole thing is why don't we just give people equal, healthcare and food and stuff. And, but I don't want to talk about that show because I don't remember anything about it and I didn't like it. So I'm going to talk about Killmonger instead.
The obvious one, yes, but the best one.
Yeah,
the best
sorry.
One.
Yeah.
I didn't pick it because I knew one of you would.
You haven't even heard my
His dad,
idea yet.
We'll
get to you.
Killmonger's dad is murdered. He is on this lifelong quest for revenge. Obviously, he shouldn't be murdering people at museums. That's bad behavior.
It's bad behavior.
I don't condone it. And he shouldn't have killed his girlfriend.
You guys have so many caveats in your arguments. I don't think that this is the same. I don't think you're making the strong points that you think.
I'm never making this. He's a
murderer, but
I've literally never made the strong point that I think I'm making. Anyway, but he gets to Wakanda and he's like, "Why wouldn't we share all of these incredible resources that would, eradicate poverty and world hunger?" And everybody in Wakanda is like, "No," and he's like, "Well, that sucks," and he just takes it.
So I'm going to take over and make you do it.
Yeah, and
and then they do.
Yeah. I don't know. That's not that bad to me. He doesn't go about it in a very good way. But his whole thing is why would we hoard this when like I could have not had a terrible life. Like,
right. His methods were ultimately not good, but his motivations were very, very defensible, very laudable. The fact that after Black Panther came out, people were like, yeah, Killmonger was right. It was like, yeah, he kind of was. He's easily the most justifiable villain in the MCU.
Sure. Yeah. So I know it was the obvious pick, but I mean, I'm the only
I'm glad you made it.
Female
Tom is
person
shaking
on this
his head.
show, and I had to pick Michael B. Jordan. It's in my contract.
Bring him back.
Look at him.
Bring him back from another universe. Just bring him back. Tom.
In every movie.
Tom, you have thoughts about all this. What's your pick?
I'm disappointed in you guys because you keep.
What a surprise!
Yeah.
Go on.
Go on, Tom.
He's such a good guy, but he needs to go about things a different way. I don't think you get to pick and choose the morality of the character that you're trying to defend.
Okay.
You know, I don't think you get to get halfway through your argument and then go, but like, I think it's important that you back your horse all the way, right? And to that point, I think that the most easily defensible villain in the MCU is Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. His whole goal is to make a universe with more Kurt Russell in it, which rules. And also fewer moms. So like,
oh my God.
I don't see a downshot to any of that.
No. Great.
Not with a bang, but with an exasperated sigh from Brian.
What about, before we go, what about everyone's favorite movie, The Eternals, Arishem the Judge? Are you familiar with him?
Dude,
he was next on my list.
Nobody brought up Arishem the Judge because I didn't watch that movie. What happens?
You know what his plan is in that movie? The plan in that movie is the Earth is an incubator for another celestial. The Earth is a giant celestial egg. And the Eternals are here to keep that egg safe and let the Eternal hatch and kill everybody on Earth.
Cool.
He's like, yeah, these
fun
humans,
at parties.
They don't matter. We need another celestial to make more life in the universe.
Sure.
I mean, I've got to say, look around. We're not doing a great job. Just saying.
No.
So you don't approve of his methods, but you do think that killing everybody on Earth might be the way to go.
I mean, he's wholesale just like these people do not matter as much as more celestials.
Okay.
And really, when faced with the enormity of that, I can't really argue it. So yeah, I mean, bring on planetary genocide.
Wow.
I mean, wouldn't you be happy to give up your life and existence to help create a giant Jack Kirby looking alien super god?
Yeah, why not?
Don't you wish you lived on a big old egg?
Is he a party animal?
Always.
I mean, it depends on your definition of party. if by party you mean going out into the universe and seeding planets with new life and more celestial eggs that will hatch in millions of years, then yes, he is a party animal. Absolutely.
What kind of music does he like?
Mostly just whale song. But space whale song.
It is
from Star Trek 4.
Yeah. Got it.
Anyway, bad guys. What bad guys do you think were right? Let us know in the comments. Bye! Thanks for watching Everything Marvel. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more videos about your favorite Marvel stuff is coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.